Welcome to the Digital Marketing Insights podcast, brought to you by Brightside Digital.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I'm delighted to say I have Kevin here today, who's a digital media agency owner. Kevin, how you doing?
Good afternoon, Tom. How are you keeping?
Yeah, very good, buddy. Kevin, can you start the show by just telling us a little bit about yourself and your business and your career to date, please?
Yeah, 100%. So my name is Kevin Jordan. I am a co-founder in KevM Media with my partner Emily Bones. We're a digital media agency based in the west of Ireland that predominantly provides social media management and video editing for your social media.
And Kevin, looking at your your specialist area, so you've mentioned social media there. Is that where you double down on? Tell me a bit more about your kind of day-to-day work.
So predominantly I suppose, looking what we do daily will be the management of various social media platforms for our clients from the Meta Suite, TikTok to Snapchat, LinkedIn. So we engage with our clients to get a calendar of events that's happening in their business or their service, and we create captions and graphical information for them to post on their social media.
Kevin, can you tell me like a example or a campaign work that you're really proud of to give our listeners an idea of some of the good work that you've done?
One campaign that we're really proud of is a clothing brand that we've recently started working with. They're a sustainable brand that have introduced sustainable athleisure wear into the industry. They've really honed in on what sustainability is and how they can produce sustainable clothes. From our end in the social media world, we've been providing them with social content. So that will be something, videos and interactive content on their stories across TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and just to promote that why they're standing above everyone else, and they've put the effort into looking how to make their clothing more sustainable for a longer future.
And Kevin, tell me a little bit more about TikTok. Obviously, it comes up on the show quite regularly. What do you notice about the benefits of it? First, can you explain a little bit maybe why businesses should use it, and then secondly, just how you operate the platform, what you see in it?
So TikTok, it's hot at the moment. So it's the organic reach in TikTok at the moment is beneficial for clients, as they don't have to spend as much ad spend on the platform, where potentially they can get an awful lot of eyes on their product or their service for very little amount. Um, for us, I find I kind of use it in a different sense, that I enjoy going through the comments, seeing what people are talking about under different brands, different campaigns. I also use it as a search engine. So instead of going to your usual Google, I go to TikToks and I search a question. It could be a question such as why are what is a good social media brief, something like that. And there could be thousands and thousands of videos on TikTok explaining what a good social media brief is, or how to. It's actual people answering the questions. So I find it very beneficial that you can see there's real examples, instead of just looking at your Google search, that you can actually see people talking about it and bringing through their examples from their agency or their point of view from different brands and different kind of industries.
And TikTok itself, how do you find the algorithm at the moment? Is there any recommendations for people to optimize for it?
I find it can be up and down, and definitely a lot of people need to cut out the pauses in their TikTok. There's a lot of ums and ands and kind of just point five or a split second, where it seems to the more refined the video you can make, that there's no gaps, it seems to be more beneficial, and that providing a story seems to go a long way. I was only, even this morning, I was looking at a TikTok where um, a friend was promoting a guitarist, just trying to get his I suppose after COVID, he's trying to get back into gigs and stuff like that. And they done about 10 videos of the guitar, of him playing the guitar, and it didn't kick off at all. So then they rejigged their ideas and their campaigns, and they bought the cheapest guitar on Facebook Marketplace, recorded the whole process of buying the guitar, and then they obviously the guitar wasn't in tune. He started playing a song, it was out of tune. Then he retuned and showing you how you could do that, and then played the guitar, and it took off. I think it nearly got over 1.5 million views on it. So it just shows you that a bit of thought process behind your campaigns and the videos you're creating goes a long way too, and to get the viewers interactive as well.
Kev, that's a brilliant story in fairness. And so are you telling me there that they identified using TikTok search what keywords were popular, like how to tune a guitar and that side of things, and then they've optimized the video from that point onwards?
Yeah, so I suppose they kind of did an analysis of obviously they had their 10 videos that wasn't working. They might have been getting 1,000 views or something like that, and then they obviously went back and started searching for their keywords on TikTok, and then they I suppose developed a story around that. That's where they went to the Facebook Marketplace, bought the guitar, tuned the guitar, showed them tuning the guitar, and then it developed a story and a kind of connected, and a hook, I suppose, is the main thing that people are saying these days. Where's the hook to get the audience in? You have your 3 seconds to get the hook in. So obviously the hook grabbed the attention of people, and it just took its own life from there. But it just shows you the power of sitting back, having a look exactly what people are searching for on TikTok or what's relevant in your area. I know another similar to TikTok. I know another kind of, I suppose, technique that I like to use is I will search. If I'm working with a client, I might search their business on or around their business on Google, and I'll hit the news button on. So like how your images, videos, news on the top search bar. I'll click the news and I will filter from the last month. I'll see what's relevant in their industry in the last month, and you can find a few hooks or a few key article items that you can talk about for their business, which gives you just traction, and it makes it relevant to what's actually happening in that market right at that time.
That's a really good point. And then would you take that information and create video content, TikToks and stuff around that? So that's a Google search, but you're assuming then you're making a link of it's more than likely a social search or something that people want to see on social media.
Yes. So it's a news search, but then you take that news article, you might search on TikTok, you look what people are talking about in the comments. Are they looking for information, or are they using, at the moment, a lot of people are using the green screen effect, where they might screenshot the news article and they'll have their face on the green screen and they're just talking over the article, talking about their perspective on what that news article is providing them, and how they can provide a nugget of information for people as well. So I know it all ties in together, really. It's all the platforms are one, really. They're all talking about the same information. It's just how to, I suppose, put your spin on it and give your little bit of a nugget of information to people to give them a bit of support.
And is this something, the green screen and getting clients to present themselves, is that how you do it? Or for your clients, do you put your faces on, you and Emily, or how do you guys do that for your business?
It depends on the client. A lot of clients, I suppose, starting off, they may be hesitant to put themselves out there. They're looking for the perfect background, the perfect setting to do the video, where using the green screen and using like that news article takes that part out where it's just their head, or it might be just, say, the top of their torso and their head, and it takes I suppose, the daunting thing of you just sitting in this room and the video just being solely on you, where you can even like just record yourself and you're just looking at the news article, or it can be an image of an event or something as well, and it just takes that big burden of them just solely looking at you, where you can talk about it, and it just seems easier to connect with your audience that way. It has allowed our clients to progress into full-scale video, where this is kind of like a little toe in the water. It's progressed nice and gently, nice and steady. Then they get more confident as the engagement starts. Then they'll get more confident that they can stand directly in front of camera for like an interview or explain something else, where it's just building blocks. It's a step-by-step process, and we find it very, very useful for getting them in front of camera.
Love it. And is there any kind of softwares that you use, Kevin, to support a lot of your work?
So I suppose a lot of the softwares that we use at the moment will be our Meta Business Suite. We use Hootsuite as well for managing social media and scheduling social media. Then for our video editing. The Adobe suite has kind of covers nearly everything really, from your Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign to Premiere Pro, After Effects. So that's kind of, it's a good starting base. Obviously, there is, starting off, you have your alternative free versions of the likes of Canva. I think DaVinci Resolve potentially could be free as well. I won't hold myself to that, but there is alternatives to that starting off. So you can start with a minimum base and work yourself up. And like that, once again, it's just going, it's funny enough, it's just going straight back to TikTok. What, searching Keaton, what is an alternative to Premiere Pro? What is an alternative to a video editing software? Or what is a free video editing software? And people will be there talking about how they can navigate it, how they can get that software and how they use it. And you have your tutorials there on how to use that software.
And is that something that you use for your insights and new information? Is that where you go to? Do you use social media for that? And is there anywhere else?
Yeah. It's predominantly through that. And look, I do think the comment section is where the real information is. People commenting on posts, interactions with customers, getting feedback. That's where you'll find out what people want to know, what to talk about. From those comments, you can take out, once again, a topic, and that's another piece of content that you can create around. So, like, say, for this instance of, say, the clothing brand, people can talk about, oh, what size are they? Then you can pick out the piece, the sizing of the clothing brand, talk about that piece, talk about the sizing. Why is it sustainable? This is why it's sustainable. In the marketing industry, why would you post on TikTok? Then you can talk about, well, across TikTok, it's getting this many 1,000 views, million views, billion views in some cases. This is why you should be having your business on the likes of TikTok. LinkedIn as well, as you know, very much know yourself, is very powerful for the business industry.
Yeah, definitely is. And in terms of comments, is that something that you actively, as a business, go in a lot and you comment and make sure your profile is one, answering everyone on your profile, but do you actively go out and comment on similar industries or similar accounts?
Yeah, look, it's nice to just give a bit of support to everyone. I know, like, everyone. It's a funny thing. I've said it before, that I've met people on the street and said, "Geez, I love what you're doing. I love what yourself and you're doing," but I've never seen them once interact or comment or anything like on our pages or on clients' pages. And it's just funny to think that, right, there's always people watching, but they might be engaging with you, and that engagement gives so much support to a business or to ourselves to give us, I suppose, a bit of a pat in the back. You know, like, you're doing something right, that someone says, oh, they're actually finding value in what you're providing them. And then, I suppose, for talking, going back to the comments, it's relative. The people are actually typing what they're thinking about that subject. So you can know, do I need to talk about it more? Do I need to talk about it less? Then you can rechange your social media plan or your perspective on what your business is talking about from those interactions.
And is there anywhere where you're looking to upskill at the moment, Kevin? Is there anywhere that you're focusing yourself on a little?
I suppose we can't. You can't but see the introduction of AI into the industry. I suppose ChatGPT is one of the main ones at the moment. The power of, I know it's only in its infancy now at the moment, but like, where it's going to go in time is going to be, it's both scary and exciting at the same time. The potential it can have and the integrations it can have with different tools, different programs.
Is there anywhere in the digital industry as a whole that really excites you, or an area you're looking into that might be pushing on the industry?
At the moment, we're looking a lot into the integration of AI into the industry, but I think, first of all, it's going to come into a lot of the copywriting skills that's going to assist copywriting, as people aren't generally very good at copywriting, or there is, you have your journalists and you have your good copywriters, but even down to a business sense, that people will be able to come up with ideas from these AI integrations, and that they can expand on those ideas, where it's going to speed up daily activities. It's nearly, in essence, it's going to be the same way that API integrations has helped websites previously for, say, manufacturing or shed or for production and stuff like that, where I think AI is going to help content creators, copywriters, small businesses themselves even to understand. I know even yesterday I seen a video as well where a barbershop, they typed in, I want to create a video script for my barbershop. And it told them the step-by-step procedure how to create that video, from start off at a close-up of the bottle, come out into a dark room, start coming up a slow shot up along the razor. Like it's going into immense detail, that it's going to speed up the workflows, and it's going to generate new ideas that sometimes I feel, because everyone's doing the same thing now at the moment, things are starting to become a touch stale in a degree, but where I think the introduction of these technologies to spark new ideas will kind of change platforms in the future.
Yeah, I love that. And in fairness, I've seen Ryan Reynolds' recent video for mobile where he did the exact same thing. He used the video script and made it into a video, which was clever on his part, but it just goes to show that it's just another tool to everyone's arsenal, really. Whether you're a business
100%.
person or a digital marketer, I'm actively using it loads as well. So I will, say my secrets at some point, but at the moment I'm just sharpening everything, I suppose. Lastly, Kevin, we always end the show with the same question, which is, if you could bottle up one personality trait that Kevin Jordan has that could pass on to other people, what would it be?
That's a great question. I suppose I'd always like to see that I'm optimistic, that I can always see that there's, even in a bad situation, there's good outcomes. That it's hard to think of good times all the time, but I do think that even when things are looking a bit difficult, that even I know there's a lot of chat I know at the moment about a gloom recession that potentially could be coming, but I think that this is providing us with a great opportunity for new companies, new businesses, new ideas. People, I know at the moment we're in the news, the layoffs of the Googles, the Amazons. These people are so intelligent. I get, like, the experience they've had in these multinational companies, what they're going to come up with when they're looking for new jobs, or they might going to start their own business, kind of like how we've done. That they're going to be the new WhatsApps, Instagrams in the future, in the next 5-6 years, and I'm excited to see what those people do in times of hard, how they'll regroup and probably kick on.
Yeah, brilliant advice. Kevin, if people want to reach out to you and Emily, how can they?
Yeah, so they can follow us on all our social platforms is at KevM Media, or they can contact us through our website at www.kevmmedia.com.
Thank you, Kevin, for being on the show, and thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you, Tom.